Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 15th to the 21st. This is for Pisces and Pisces rising. And if you are new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Pisces, I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So Pisces, this is it. This is the big week. Now, and I'm referring to Pluto moving into Aquarius, but before we even get there, I love this week for you. I mean, we're kicking it off on Monday with the Sun sextiling Neptune. Neptune, as you know, is your ruling planet in your sign. This is really nice when it sextiles the Sun. Okay, so very auspicious. A lot of compassion around this day, and it really sets the tone for the week. It is a really good day if you are into the arts, and you probably are. Pisces are so like imaginative. It is a good time to go out there and maybe go to a museum. I know it's a Monday. Maybe you can sneak away during your lunch break or whatnot, or go see, theater at night. Just something that really inspires you, something that really just gets you going toward your passions, and really just opens things up, and for you, and unlocking all that creativity inside you. Now, over the weekend, that's when we have a lot of action happening. It starts on Thursday, actually, with Mercury sextile Saturn. This is absolutely amazing. Now, remember, we're in Capricorn season. We have Mars in Capricorn. We have Mercury in Capricorn as well. So, I mean, we have a lot of activity, activity in Capricorn, which is all about like long-term goals, especially with Mercury in Capricorn. So this is just a really great time for you. For you particularly, with Saturn in your sign, okay? For you to maybe have an important conversation, for you to sign a contract, something that you want to give a long shelf life to. This, again, remember, Mercury is a planet of communication, okay? And then Saturn really has that like commitment energy to it. It's in your first house. Saturn is in your first house, okay? So there is a lot that's happening for you this weekend, because the day after, Mercury actually trines Jupiter. Now, this is happening on Friday. This is a wonderful aspect. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, prosperity, good luck, expansion, okay? Expansion, wisdom, all of that. It is beautiful aspect coming right after the Saturn sextile. And so whatever you commit to around this weekend, you could see it come to fruition, and in a way where you're setting yourself up for this new thing. And if you think about your reading last week, actually, I was just thinking about that. That's what you're doing. A lot of Pisces are out there manifesting new things in your life and going after your passions, especially because we do have a lot of activity in Capricorn, as I mentioned earlier, but it's in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and your goals. So there's really great alignment there. The 11th house is also your social network, your communities that you belong to, organizations you belong to. So there could be something new that you're joining. There could be a new group or association, or something that you may be launching yourself. Okay, so this is a really, really nice weekend. Now, on the 20th, we officially move into Aquarius season. So the next 4 weeks, Aquarius is your 12th house. So there is, you rule the 12th house. Okay, so it's almost like a homecoming for you in this sense. The 12th house is like hidden things. It's the subconscious, it's intuition, it's dreams. It's so nice for you. And then, of course, Pluto moving into Aquarius. I'm going to do a video on that later, because that is just, that's something that someone could talk about for 2 to 3 hours. Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius for 250 years. Okay, we're talking the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I mean, this has been a long time coming. And so it is something that not everybody on this planet has lived through. I mean, that's how rare this is. All right. So we get to live through Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto all about empowerment and power, as well as regeneration, transformation, moving into your 12th house. And again, we'll talk about this later. I did a live stream, actually. I talked a little bit about this over New Year's Eve, and it's in the like live section or whatnot. But I will do a longer video. But just so you know, this is your personal like transformation. This is your revolution that you are going to have in terms of self, and you know, of course, the subconscious as well, hidden things. But again, we'll talk about that later. All I want you to know right now, the analogy I've been making is this is your Breakfast Club moment. So if you saw that movie, none of those students that walked into that school for detention left the same person. They all had their personal transformations. They all became, empowered. They all became the person that they were meant to be. They all became better versions of themselves. So this is it. This is it, Pisces. And so Pluto in Aquarius for 20 years, okay? Pluto will, retrograde toward the, later half of the year. Then it'll go permanently into Aquarius for 2025. So for the first half of this year, you're essentially getting a preview of the next 20 years to come for you. So with that said, what a big statement. With that said, Pisces, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you for January 15th to the 21st. Again, this is for Pisces and Pisces rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus and all those other placements, if you know your birth chart, absolutely feel free to, if you do want more clarity in those areas of your life, Pisces, let's get started. Now, Pisces, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does bring the best overview, in my opinion. We do have our opening act here who has fallen asleep on her job. Well, maybe she's waking up. But wow, Pisces, this is going to be, something is ending for you, isn't it? Something is truly ending for you. We'll talk about this. Let me move it over so you can see it. She does take up all my table space here. Well, it does look like there is this big shift in perspective for you, which is definitely going to be really interesting. And I do want you to pay attention to Monday and what unfolds around Monday, because you did get the Hanged Man. And the reason I say that is because remember how I said the sun is going to sextile Neptune. Neptune is in your sign right now. The Hanged Man is attributed to the planet Neptune, okay? And so really, really just see what unfolds around Monday. But this is someone who is preparing for transformation. Really, you see the halo around his head. So there's a lot of enlightenment. He put himself here, okay? He put himself here to embrace what's to come, to have these big, significant changes in his life. You know, the Hanged Man comes right before the Death card, which is all about transformation, right? In order to do that, you do have to surrender those things from the past, even like just making your past history at this point. And again, really, really getting excited for this transformation that you're about to go through. Again, this is happening the week Pluto moves into Aquarius, which is, again, all about transformation. So it really is on a very, really deep spiritual level as well. It's having this spiritual transformation. And it looks like it's leading to, this is really interesting. I don't think I've ever had this ever before. You have the Three of Swords in the heart of your spread, okay? And so the Three of Swords is, as you know, I mean, we call it like the heartbreak card, but it just seems that there is going to be something having this emotional impact on you this week, okay? And I want you to remember, sure, we do refer to it as like the heartbreak card, and there's that emotional impact, but at the end of the day, it is still a sword suit. So what's happening here is really going on up here, okay? Now, with this being in the heart of your spread and the Ace of Cups in your challenge area, there really could be something that is hard for you to, it may be a hard, challenging experience this week for you, especially if it's something that is, it's almost like when you look at your entire spread here, it looks like there is something that you want that you may not be getting, okay? And there could be something really hard about that, but it's only going to be temporary. But I want you to know it's, you can see this card two ways. You can see it as like, yes, when it rains, it pours. You see it raining, you see the clouds, or you can see it as after a rainstorm comes a rainbow, right? So again, it's all about your mindset, especially with the Ace of Cups in your challenge area where there is a sense of something new that may be hard for you. Maybe you're moving forward in this new way that may be hard for you, or something new that you've, especially because if you have surrendered something, it could be hard. It could have been hard for you, okay? But you knew it was right for you, all right? It really is Aces ushering in new change. Threes all about growth and advancement. So learning it about taking what may happen this week and learning from it to evolve. But three is also, the birth of new things and creation. So there's a sense of something new around this. Now, and again, last week, there was something new. You did have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands as well, right? In your external factors area. But you do have the Six of Pentacles in your crown and the Seven of Pentacles in the root of your spread. So there could be something money related here. There could be something that has to do with wealth. And when I say wealth, it can be, wealth in all areas of your life. All right. Pentacles are earthbound. So your physical reality, so your physical realm as well. There could be something that with the Six of Pentacles, which is all about gratitude and generosity and kindness and sharing that wealth and a lot of harmony, right? Six is the heart of the tree of life. You even see the scale. So there's like this balance here as well. I mean, it's in your crown. So it seems like that's something you're thinking about that could be maybe you're not in a place where you are feeling support. Maybe there is some support that you're looking for, that you want a little more of, but it comes down to that balance, right? And when I say balance, think about gratitude, right? Think about, it's like that understanding between giving and receiving. So maybe asking yourself this week, am I giving, and not getting anything in return? Or am I waiting to receive, but I'm not giving anything at all, right? So it's understanding that balance, and that might make the difference this week, especially with the Three of Swords in the heart of your spread and the Ace of Cups in your challenge area. Okay. And you did get the Seven of Pentacles too. All right. So, as you know, the Seven of Pentacles comes right after the Six of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles in the root of your spread, it seems like there is something that, you do definitely want to, it's like you're sitting on something that this week that could be really hard for you emotionally, also mentally. But it's almost like there's a sense of things just not something new that you want that may not be going your way yet, right? It's always yet. We'll get to that in a second. But with the Seven of Pentacles here, yeah, there is a sense of maybe you're a little bit exhausted with something that has been happening in your life. And now you're just like, okay, I really need to shake things up. I really have to think things through now in terms of what is going to fulfill me emotionally, what is going to, remove these swords from the heart, right? And it is... again, it could be money, wealth, or something in your physical reality, something that you've really invested in. And now it may be time to move forward. All right. And that may be the hard thing, but you do have the Ace of Swords in your future. And so this is a card of not only change, and one of the biggest cards of change in tarot, but of breakthrough as well. Okay. Mental breakthrough, especially remember, swords are the mental suit. All right. So it's also like communication. There could be, again, something that you're going to sign. Remember I said Mercury's very active this weekend. That for you is... there's more weight around that for Pisces, especially because Jupiter happens to be in your third house of communication. So Jupiter, which does expand, okay? And so remember what I said on is it Friday? On Friday, Mercury trining Jupiter. Mercury, the planet of communication, trining Jupiter, which is in your third house of communication. So you see how you're going to have a lot of that impact. And remember, have important conversations that you need to have, sign contracts. There could be a contract coming through with the Ace of Swords. And you even see the crown. So a lot of victory here, a lot of success. You even see the olive branch. So if it is something where it's with someone else involved, there's a sense of peace coming around the corner. But it really is putting yourself in that mindset and, feeling, I would take it all, right? Emotionally, like mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it, and have that balance amongst all of that moving forward to have this breakthrough. But it's in your future. So there is still this newness. Remember, aces usher in new change and new beginnings. So let's get to your stuff, Pisces. Pisces, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what's going on, what is going on. And if you are if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. Now, Pisces, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting here. There could be... okay, let's just get started. You see, you've got your third ace. You got 3 out of 4 aces. Even though one is in your challenge area, you still have 3 aces. Okay, that in itself is rare. But now you have the Ace of Pentacles, and remember, you had these 2 pentacles here. You have now the 8 of Pentacles in your external factors area. So you see, we've gone from 6 of Pentacles to 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. That comes right after the Ace of Swords as a second card in your staff with the Ace of Pentacles here. So yeah, there is something that could involve money. When you think about what's happening for you, with the North Node having moved into Aries, South Node moving into Libra, that happened over the last summer, right? That really impacted your money sector. Okay. So the North Node moved into your second house of salary, income, money. So there could be an underlying theme there for you, or there could be, it could be an area of focus of your life, right? And then the South Node moving into your 8th house. 8th house is transformation. Okay. So there's a sense of something that you will want to release, something to transform, but also the 8th house is other people's money, like shared resources. So, maybe partners, like joint bank account. It could be like bonus. It could be investment. It could be inheritance. There's something there, but even still, you have all these pentacles in your crown in the root of your spread. First card on your staff, the Ace of Pentacles, and then now the 8 of Pentacles. So it looks like this breakthrough that you have, it's almost gonna like inspire you to work even harder, okay, and to stay laser focused on reaching your legacy, on reaching the going further on your path to enlightenment without being distracted, really having your head in the game, your eyes on the prize. This is true commitment here. So it looks like it comes with this breakthrough that you will potentially have in your future, okay? And so, and then also you have the 10 of Cups. So there is a sense of like you reaching that moment. You have to really want it. You have to really push. I mean, you do have Saturn in your sign, okay? And Saturn is limitations, but it's pushing beyond that boundary, right? But it's also learning. And Saturn is a planet of like responsibilities, so you could be feeling a lot of responsibilities now. It is in your first house, all right? Like your identity, the role you play. So there is a sense of like you really working toward the things that you want. With this breakthrough that comes through, all right, you're going to have to want that breakthrough. There is a lot of action here as well. So it's taking that action to have that breakthrough, to get over the 3 of Swords energy. And then lastly, you have the Queen of Cups, who is the most loving queen. She is the one who is, in touch with her superconscious. This is someone who is very intuitive. This is someone who is, when I say loving, by the way, she is the type of queen that knows everybody in her kingdom. It doesn't matter if it's like the emperor, it doesn't matter if it's a farmer. That's how much love she has to give. You see her feet in the water, okay? A lot of her being in touch with her emotions, a lot of emotional intelligence, but this is you and your final outcome. This is someone, and the last thing I'm going to say, you can see a lot of purple, a lot of violet in this card. There are very, very, very few cards in tarot, surprisingly, that have that, because violet has the shortest wavelength. Okay, so it has the highest level of energy. And that's why, our crown chakra, the divine awareness, it's purple, it's violet, everything up here. It seems like you are moving into that place. Yes, self-love as well. Self as love as well. So you can consider healing as well. It does look like this week there may be something that is going to have this really strong emotional impact on you. All right. But you do have this potential to have that breakthrough, have that clarity, have that understanding, and then really go toward the things that you want, things that are going to, bring you that sense of like drive and purpose and fulfillment. Okay. With the 10 of Cups here, the 10 of Cups has the only rainbow in tarot indicating a promising future. And this is like, it's so much joy. All right. So much joy. But having the Queen of Cups in your final outcome, I mean, that's really divine. That's really nice. So Pisces, thanks so much for tuning in. Listen, it is going to be a week where you are definitely going to have this emotionally and even up here, just something that may be a little bit challenging, but you see all this breakthrough energy working with it, and then coming out on top. So true progress here, and you are going to be fine. That potential is there, especially with the way that you see things. So Pisces, with that said, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And then next week we do have that full moon in Leo. Okay. So that's a big full moon. We'll talk about that. We have so many big aspects next week, actually, but we'll talk about that. That's going to be, everything's kind of like leaning toward that. So, full moons do bring completion, right? Culmination to something. So it looks like there is something that is possibly ending. But we'll talk about that next week. Okay. Thanks so much, Pisces. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.